best options. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
You're going to give me crap for this? I was not in the stands for the blocked field goal.
This is what? Like this is what? You did the
I knew,
again?
No, this is why.
Oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Whatever you're going to say, I'm not even going to believe.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into the locker room, the most sacred of spaces in sports. Talking you through the behind-the-scenes conversations that happen behind closed doors. With former Nebraska football tight end Chancellor Brewington.
Chancellor Brewington, the 6-year senior tight end, finding his way into the end zone.
And former South Dakota State running back and Nebraska football assistant Mikey Daniel.
Hand off to Daniel inside the 2 to the 1, and he powers his way into the end zone for a South Dakota State touchdown.
This is The Locker Room, brought to you by App Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
Yes, we are back here in the locker room on 93.7 The Ticket with Mikey, Daniel, and Chancellor Brewington both in studio today and ready to talk some Husker football against USC and plenty more, guys. I'll throw it to you.
Man, it's Hunt Day. It's the middle of the week, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to be in good spirits, and I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. But understand, bro, we had our first game of the season. Basketball kicked off for us last night, and we lost, bro.
I mean, to keep it a buck, we lost by 1 though.
51-50.
51-50. It was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah,
I had a blast. I hate losing though, of course.
Stand it.
I hate losing. I hate losing, especially when you know you can win.
Mm-hmm.
But I told Bach, I told you, I'm shooting 45% from 3.
He did say that.
And I think I went 4 for 9. I don't know. Does it count still as a shot if you get fouled? Or does that go to your
Not statistically.
No. Not statistically. Okay, yeah. I'm 4 for 8, Bach.
That's a good start.
Come on.
He real deal. I mean, I told you before we came out, I was like, he probably was actually pretty close to that 45% that he came on air and said he was gonna go for. So
come on.
Now this game 1. So this is a season 45%.
Yeah, I gotta. Right. It's gotta stay up, and I'm gonna shoot some. I'm gonna go 6 for 8, 7 for 8 one night.
Bro shot one right, and then he made it right. And then you got to guard me from the parking lot.
Because they was yelling on the bench like, you got to pick him up early. I said, no, you got to guard me from the parking lot.
We'll be back, man. Our guy, Jake Winicky, who we had on here before, receiver formers. He was out last night. He had a Bible study, and so I respect it. I still had to find him, though.
He the GM, the head coach, equipment manager. He got us the jerseys. Yeah. Hey, they asked me, my man Avery, he was on the show last week on Friday. Yeah. He asked me, I thought he was saying how many points I'm gonna score. I said 30. He asked me what jersey number I wanted. And I said 30. But no, it was I'm telling you, it was a fun experience because I know I can almost speak for you for this one, that just that like competitive spirit, getting that out, like it's so refreshing. And like, we grew up playing sports, like that's just, we've always, each one of us athletes and I would say competitive people have that alter ego that they need to get out sometimes.
Yeah, he came out last night.
Oh yeah,
he definitely came.
We was talking. Me and Mike was talking crazy last night.
Yeah. One bro tried to say, he's like, "You're fat," and I was like, "Bro, that's crazy. You just drank a Busch Light, a 6-pack of Busch Light before you came in here. What are you talking to, bro?" Strap.
Mike was strapping stuff last night. I will not lie to the people. But do we have a quote card today?
Got a quote, man.
Come on, we got a quote card.
I got two, but I'll go with one. It says, "People love the truth when it shines warmly on them, and they hate it when it rebukes them." One more time. People love the truth when it shines warmly on them, and they hate it when it rebukes them.
People love the truth when it shines warmly on them. That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
There's a lot of ways I can go with this.
You can hit this from the side. You can hit it straight on. I think I'll hit it straight on.
Go ahead.
I think I'm learning a lot about paradigms, and this goes straight into it, is that when you receive information that's contradicting, not so much contradicting, but conflicts your belief system and all these different things, whether it's positive or negative, your mind like just goes into just rejection. Like, no, I can't hear it. And I think that's a lot of times we get like non-receptive people. You try to tell them something that they know. It's almost like cognitive dissonance in a sense too, where like some people know like this truth will help you.
Yeah.
They know it, but because they set paradigm, and paradigm is just like their habitual behavior, that, the way they see life and the way they behave, they cannot get through that. They can't. And it's not even a thing where it's really their fault. It's almost like when you're telling people like, yo, bro, like this is what will help you. This is the truth. And they take it as, oh, like you hurting me, or you trying to, diss me, or you trying to confront me, whatever. At the end of the day, we gotta really examine those paradigms. And like the quote says, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts, but at the end of the day, those things is what gets us to the next level. Because think about it, where your goals and where your desires and all these things are, they're at the next level.
Yeah.
And if we don't confront the paradigm that keeps us at the bottom, I mean, we'll never get there. It's impossible.
We can't. We'll just keep running the same cycle.
It's an inescapable reality. Yeah.
That's the word right there. Inescapable reality. I feel that one. That's good. Okay, people, if you ask people, they can't stand when somebody lies to them, right? Can't stand it. But I think, truth be told, I think somebody would honestly rather have you lie to them than tell them the truth. People can't stand the truth. They have this, perception is reality, but it's not actuality, right?
Yeah.
Because how I perceive things is my reality. But it doesn't mean it's actuality, right? It doesn't mean it's the truth. So in your mind, you may believe something that's completely false. It's a wrong narrative. It's the story that you created to tell yourself, whatever that may be. So people would rather you tell them the lie, be like, oh, you look good today. But in reality, you don't.
Yeah.
Right? Like bro called me fat last night. Trifled.
Right.
Now, the inverse, people be like, oh, you look skinny today, right? But you lying. So what do you want, right? People don't like truth.
Yeah,
they can't stand it.
I love that. It's all perception. It's all like, it's like this. Like, if I was to ask you, is $20,000 a lot? You say yes or no, based on what you're conscious of,
100%.
right? But at the end of the day, the reality, say this to 20,000, it just is.
Yeah.
It just is. We make it positive or negative. Like it just, everything just is.
Yeah.
That car just is. I see a Tacoma. That just is. You might like it. I might hate it. It's all perception. And it's all the consciousness that we're aware of. And I think once we raise that consciousness, I think as we change our perception, our life has to change. It has to. If you raise your consciousness and awareness of who you are, first of all, your self-conception, everything around you has to change. Yeah. It's like, it's a law. It has to change. But we could keep going for this forever.
But, I like to wrap every quote into what we got going down here. Memorial Line.
Oh, yeah. Memorial Lane.
Lane, drive, whatever you want to call it, circle, whatever. Okay. I think that people, it goes back to, do you like the truth? Would you rather have somebody lie to you? The truth has now been told to them boys and that's people down there, and they made a decision to make a change.
The head man.
Yep. It made a change, right? You can only go off stats. You can only go off of what you know. So and that's the truth. The stats can never lie. They can't.
Right.
You shot 4 of 8. That's 50%. That can't lie.
It cannot lie.
Somebody can't tell you, no, you didn't. You shot 4. No, I shot 4 of 8. I shot 50%.
Yeah.
Okay. The stats don't lie. Let me give you some stats. Dana Holgorsen as a head coach.
Okay. I love it.
Is 92 and 69 overall.
92 and 69.
92 and 69. Okay. God, to put that into perspective, Coach Rule is 68 and 80.
Really?
Now, you take 4 years away from the NFL because the NFL is a different beast. If that's what you want to do, okay, great. He's 57 to 54 overall in college. So he has 3 more wins and losses right now. At the end of the season, he could very easily be 57-57. I don't think he will, but the stats are the stats. 1-3 in ball games during those times. Okay. Nebraska is ranked 99th offensively in total offense. And Holgorsen, in his entire career, has only one time averaged less than 26 points per game. That was his last season.
Only one time.
One time. That was the last season at Houston. To put that in perspective, and he averaged 23.7.
Okay.
To put that in perspective, Nebraska is currently averaging 23.6. So even his last season, he was still right. Now 23.7 to 23.6, it's a minuscule, but still, right? Okay. We're averaging 3.6 yards a carry.
That's ridiculous.
That's horrible.
I wouldn't accept on my youth ball team.
No, there's no 3.6, bro.
Anyways, keep going. My bad.
Terrible.
Yeah.
124.9 a game rushing. Terrible.
God, dog, in the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten, where we're supposed to be. Okay. Right now, we're averaging 229 points or 229 yards a game passing at an average about 32 pass attempts a game. So, Emmett Johnson, he has 58 attempts for 284 yards. He's averaging 4.9 yards a carry. He's not the problem.
So 5 yards.
Right? That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Because that means every 2 carries, you're going to give me a first down. Yeah. In theory.
Unless you're Ashton Genty and you average 9.9.
Right.
7 games in.
Obviously, that's what we would want to do. Right? But, that's just an anomaly. So, of those 58 attempts, bro only has 1 touchdown. Okay? I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm saying I'm just giving you other numbers. Dante has 112 attempts for 471 yards. He's averaging 4.2 yards an attempt.
Okay, I mean, you could live with
8 touchdowns.
Okay, you could win with that.
Sure,
you could be. I mean, you'd be all right.
Sure,
be all right.
No question.
Keep going.
Ramir has 41 attempts for 181 yards and 4.4 yards a carry and no rushing touchdowns. He's been messed up a little bit because he had a big one called back against Colorado. He's had several touchdowns called back this season. Okay, does Dana fit that? If you think about it, I'm going to say he doesn't fit the Big Ten, but I'm going to say he fits our offense right now. We can't completely switch up gears now.
Right.
We are who we are. So we just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, we have 229 yards. So at 229 passing yards a game, that's clearly what we're going for. We're going to pass the ball. I mean, we are who we are. What we currently have been this season, it fits him well, I would say. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, you can go so many ways with this. And me and Bach were talking about it a little bit yesterday. It's probably the theory for Rule is I'm gonna bring in a guy who fits Raiola. Because at the end of the day, you say rules of smart man, and I think the smart play is if Raiola is the most important piece to this offense, not only to the offense, but to the team, and not only to the team, to the university, and not only to the university, to the city, not only to the city, but to the state.
Yeah.
I have to get the perfect fit for Raiola for these next 3 games. And I think the perfect fit is Holgorsen. You got air raid. We talked about, phenomenal stats at West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Houston, all these different things with the offense. If run the ball, the quote is focus on your strengths. Keep focus on your strengths.
Yeah.
And you don't focus on your weaknesses.
Yeah.
I think right now he focuses on the strengths. Okay, where's the strength? We got a really good young quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not like we got no offense to the backs, but I say the running back position right now isn't going to get us wins. The quarterback will.
Why?
I'll say why, particularly because the ball's in his hands and we're throwing the ball 30-some times a game. And honestly, if we're being honest, I would say the O-line isn't. I would say they're below average right now.
In run game. I think their pass game is pretty decent.
Yeah, I think their pass game, they're putting, and this is where I think the Holgorsen adjustments will come, is they're putting a lot of compromised positions. We talked about it, play action shots, intermediate passes, no quick game. We talk about scat protection and stuff like that. Like, we're not doing a bunch of that right now. And I think Holgorsen with the air raid, it adds that. I don't know if have you ever been in an air raid offense with the Mike Leach tree?
No.
One thing with them, they love quick game.
Yeah.
They'll take a 4-yard gain over a 4-yard run. And I think with this, I know that probably hurts some running backs. It hurts the soul. But I think for this team, for these next 3 games, I think this is how you win. I'm going to be honest. I think that's how you win.
Well, yeah. And so Wisconsin's trying to do the same thing.
Right.
So it's going to come down to who can do it better next week. Right. USC is that. That's what they want to throw the ball. They have a new cat starting at quarterback this week. So who's going to do it better? A guy. And also, a lot of it comes down to how healthy Dylan really is.
Yeah.
That's a big part that we haven't even talked about.
Yeah.
Because if he's not, he has to really be on all cylinders. But I got a question, because earlier you said the most important piece to the team, the city, the state. Question. Is he, now hear me out.
All right.
Is he the most important piece to the Big Ten? Dylan Gabriel, he's right. He's about to be out.
Are we looking future? We're looking
I'm talking
big picture.
about from here moving forward.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at it,
yeah, that's a good question, Mike.
Because think about this: if guys like that I'm not going to say they usually come to the Big Ten. They don't. Maybe they'll go to Ohio State or Michigan. But even think about their recruits. Like, he was up there, bro. He was up there. They usually go to Georgia. They usually go to Bama. You know what I'm saying? They usually go to Texas A&M.
I'm trying to think just across the Big Ten the last few years. And, you look at Big Ten quarterbacks, usually they were guys who transferred in. Or, you have your Ohio State quarterbacks that are just consistently producing talent. Obviously, this past year was a little different, after CJ Stroud. But even before CJ Stroud, you have, name after big name, big name after big name. I would say, quarterback wise, that's where, you're the face of the team, you're the face of the city, you're the face of the state, right? It is important for the Big Ten. I would say for the Big Ten, for Dylan Raiola and for the Big Ten, for Dylan to play good and because I'm sorry, but the comparison to Mahomes, that just took Dylan Raiola's name to a new level. Obviously, the downfall in play, I would say yes to your question.
He's in the conversation.
He's in the conversation for sure. I'm trying to think of another player, young guy.
You have the young receiver, Geno Smith nephew, or
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, the receiver at Ohio State.
It's different though, because you have JJ, or what's his face, Smith that went to Seattle.
Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, and then you had Garrett Wilson. So you're gonna get those guys everywhere. At Ohio State, you're just always gonna have receiver. That's why receiver you. DB wise, you're not really, this is the face of the Big Ten, because, you don't really talk about DBs like that, right? You just don't. Quarterback is the position. Everyone wants to talk about a quarterback and a running back. Well, in the Big Ten, running back wise, there's not really a face that of what are you gonna say, Kyle Manungai?
Like last year, you said Blake Corum,
right?
Even Donovan Edwards last year.
Oh yeah, Donovan Edwards. I would say Donovan Edwards and JJ McCarthy were the face of the Big Ten. Would anyone be on the contrary?
A season ago,
you'd have went JJ McCarthy.
I would have went with Corum over Edwards, but yeah.
But Donovan Edwards, yeah.
More Corum. Yeah. Did we say Edwards?
Yeah, but both of them.
Okay.
I said Donovan Edwards was really about it, though. He was.
Man.
His fall-off, that needs to be studied.
Yeah.
Because, like, what happened there? But that's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's
I'm just wondering because a couple years ago, I would have said Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan, right?
Ooh,
so there's,
there's
names, there's people, there's places, CJ Stroud out of Ohio State. Like, there's certain guys who they elevate the Big Ten. Then people want to be a part of that because of those guys specifically. And that's what you see down here on Memorial Drive. And what do we see? A 4-star DN that's going to flip from Alabama to come to Nebraska? That doesn't happen without 1-5 over there, bro.
Yeah, no, the recruitment scale, nobody really wants to come to Nebraska if 15 is not there.
Not really.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not, I mean, I played at Lincoln. So, when you go to Oregon for a visit or you go to UCLA for a visit, SC, even Wisconsin, you go to those cities, you're like, oh, they got, kids, 18-year-olds come out of high school. They like malls. They like, the city. What's the party life like? Whatever you want to talk about. Lincoln don't really got that.
No.
And outside of Lincoln, you looking at cornfields. No offense. But like you literally looking at cornfields. So for a guy like me that come from the West Coast, and not to be whatever, but most of the talent that wins you football games is going to come from some body of water.
Yeah,
you got to be by some body of water. Cali, I don't know. AZ is by Cali obviously has water over there, or you're going to Florida, Georgia, Mississippi. Over there, or you go up, you go to VA, you go to you go to Virginia, you go to the DMV area. Around there, those are where your ball players are for real, right? And then obviously you mixing your local talent, but to make Nebraska attractive, you have to have attractive pieces here. You have to.
Okay. So when we come back, I want to stick on the same type of idea. I want to talk about how important Nebraska going to a bowl game is to the Big Ten.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's what we'll talk about coming up next year on The Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements. We fix basements.
At F Foundation Repair, we've been fixing basements for over 30 years. We're your local foundation repair experts. Our warranties stay here. Our people work here. You can trust us to take care of your home. Go to WeFixBasements.com to learn more.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today. Mulberry Barbecue is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? That feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios on O Street.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. If you're looking for more affordability and streamlined, you're probably better off with a Remington home. People get into homes that didn't think they could get into a home. A good product for the right price in budget.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
You have a big investment in your farming operation. Let Landmark Implement help you get the most out of your equipment by investing in pre-season service inspections. Let our John Deere trained and certified technicians provide you with a complete list of repairs that will help your equipment perform better and deliver maximum performance. At Landmark, buy 3 equipment service inspections and get the 4th free. Contact your local Landmark service manager for details and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, ticket listeners, spend your Husker football Saturday at the P. Dale Pub in Pleasantdale, as the Jay Foreman postgame show will be broadcasting live for 90 minutes immediately after the Nebraska-USC football game. Ribeyes are on special for as long as supplies last, with plenty of cold beer on tap to enjoy during and after a Husker victory against the Trojans. It's the Jay Foreman postgame show, live from the P. Dale Pub in Pleasantdale, this Saturday, immediately following the Nebraska football game on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I was noticing on your website you have more than 150 new 2024 and 2025 Hondas in stock right now.
Yes, we do, Charlie. It's neat when you drive by and see all the cars on our lot, and we have most all models in all different colors available, and we even have more than hundreds on the way. We also have the all-new, all-electric 2024 Honda Prologue in stock right now. We have a few of them to choose from. Plus, qualified buyers get financing from just 1.9% APR.
How about your pre-owned selection?
I talk to a lot of my customers and friends, and they still think that we just sell brand new Hondas, but we sell all different models, make of pre-owned cars, and we have more than 100 to choose from right now.
Well, maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by App Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back in the locker room here on 93.7 The Ticket, ready to talk some more Husker football, specifically what a bowl game would mean for the Big Ten if Nebraska can make it. I'll throw it back to Mikey Daniel and Chancellor Brewington.
Yeah, I thought last segment we was rapping for real. Like, we was really getting into it. I want to pick up where we left off, though. We were just talking about how important, or if Raiola is the biggest keys to the Big Ten right now, as terms of, getting a lot of light to the Big Ten or whatever. But now I want to focus on just Nebraska as a whole, the team, how important it is to break this bowl curve, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't even know.
Drought.
Drought. Yeah, let's go with drought.
Yeah.
This bowl drought, right? How important it is to reign on this drought.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I think this is important for many levels. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is the Holgorsen situation. And obviously that's what's hot, that's what's fresh. But it's also like, okay, where's this offense gonna go? Because if we don't see improvement this week, it's probably not. I mean, maybe it happens Wisconsin week. If it doesn't happen Wisconsin week, it's just a wash, and you'll probably get a new OC, right? When time comes after season. And maybe Holgorsen, goes into whatever head coaching job, right? But I think this USC game particularly, I think it's going to be eye-opening to see where this offense goes. And I think if this offense takes a jump, man, like this whole team can get, what one could say resurrected from, just being like this team that was kind of right here. And then all of a sudden, I really think just a new philosophy could do that with the same plays.
Yeah.
I mean, with the same plays that they have. I mean, every school, every offense has a playbook about, this thick, and all them kids know it. I mean, well, I would hope they would know it, right? So I played with some guys who sometimes were the best players back, and they didn't know. I had to tell them what to do on the field. It was a post or a goal, and maybe you could guess their name, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're out there.
That's just how it is. But everyone has a playbook this thick, and you install some plays that you probably never think you're going to run. But a new philosophy comes in and say, I love those plays because those work. And those will get us 7 yards per play or 6 yards per play that we, the number we were talking about. I think this game for, Nebraska is, setting the seniors off the right way. But, you see the urgency in what Rule has done these past, I would say 10 days, and getting a new guy on offense to look over offense, look over defense. Probably add some eyes to the program, probably some phone calls that we don't know about, right? You add those pieces in, and you're like, man, this dude really wants to get this win, and it means something to him. That's what you want to see.
Be real. How long has Holgorsen had the playbook?
Speculation, of course.
Speculation. Because, okay, if I'm a running back and I am in the NFL, I get cut today, I get picked up, I get traded, I get whatever. I can go run power right, power left. I can go do this, that, and third. It's significantly different calling plays and knowing the verbiage that we use.
Yeah.
Like, to pick all that up in a week. And even as a quarterback, you can pick it up quick. You can pick it up quicker than being the one that's calling the plays, right? You could say, okay, deuce right.
Yeah,
14, right, whatever.
Z motion, whatever, 14.
And you can pick it up.
Yeah.
But to be the one that's actually calling the plays with our verbiage,
much different.
It's significantly different.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you're going to have me convinced that he just got the playbook this week over the bye. Ain't no way.
I mean, you can make an argument for real. Bro. You could really make an argument like
he been sitting on. He had to have.
I could agree. I could be with you on that. I could really be with you on that. That would this is obviously speculation, but like, I mean, I could get with you. I mean, for anyone who does, I wish one day I'm gonna bring a call sheet, bro.
Yeah,
bro. The call sheets that we get, bro, are, they're 60. Good call sheets, probably like 65 plays. Would you say like 65, 70?
They're deep.
65, and obviously 20 of those are first 10. So you got like 40 to 50 real plays on there, and like some of the, you got your. This is the thing. Z cross for you could be Z fly, could be Z jet, could be Z not waggle, but just like different type of motions, right? Like just the motions itself have different vocab.
Yeah.
And for you to get for you to tell Dylan Raiola and read off something comfortably, through your headset, now that comes into the conversation. Okay, is Sat gonna be helping them with the preparation? I mean, him and Sat right now are probably like this.
Have to be.
They have to be. I mean, they are like this. Hey, I call this. We call when the Z comes over flop, or we call it flip, or just the L and the R words, like getting those all together.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I mean, it could. Obviously, we don't know, but I mean, it could. It could. That could be the truth.
Yeah. And even we're not even talking about pass protection either, right? So the offensive coordinator has to know everything. There is no, I can know just the pass plays. I can know, like at running back, I can know my run plays.
Yeah.
Okay. As an offensive coordinator, you have to know what everybody's job is every single play, all 11 guys. So that means if I have a 62 pass protection, 6-man protection, which means the 5-man front, and then the running back, I have to know Lee means 5-man slide left, the running back goes right. But Lee in another place that I was at meant 4-man slide left. 1 man, the right tackle stayed by himself, Dolo, and the running back is in the you have to understand how all the moving parts goes, right? So that's why it leads me to be like, okay.
And even with that, to even go even further with that, you have to understand Raiola's philosophy.
Yeah.
You have to meaning Coach Raiola. You have to understand his philosophy with the offensive line, because dub for Raiola might be different for dub from Holgorsen, and duo and all these different things. So like understanding, I would say number one would be obviously him and Sat getting together.
Have to.
And then I would say him and Raiola getting together.
Nobody's sleeping.
Yeah. No, yeah. This is all hands on deck week. I don't know if they married, but they probably not seeing their family much. No. Respectfully. I'm just telling it like it is. But if Rule say he was sleeping at the facility earlier this year, he might be sleeping at the facility right now, just trying to get like everyone on the same page. Because, bro, when you go up there on the press conference, like when you hear him throughout like the beginning, the middle, and the end, you could tell like something like he really wants this.
He has to.
He wants this, and he really wants this. And the preparation is, it precedes obviously the results. So you got to go in and find a way. And looking at the stats right now, USC is an 82% favorite, and they're a 9-point favorite in the spread. I don't know if that's true. If that's you could really make a true argument, because USC's 4-5, and if the only teams they've beaten is Rutgers, we beat Rutgers, and Wisconsin, Utah State, and LSU to start off the year.
I don't really care none of those, and like the percentages to win, that never really meant anything to me. I've seen time like I can name off countless instances where that never mattered. But
we've been wrong about every week on here.
Well, that's just part of it. My question is, what happens if it doesn't work? If you go 0-3 these next 3 games, then what?
Well, I think
you scrap them both.
Who? I think now you got to talk. I think now you put yourself in Troy Dannon's shoes, and now you re-examine just the program in general.
Yeah, and what I'm saying, are you keeping it within the organization for your OC next year? If we were to go 0-3, or are you moving forward and you maybe is this a feeler 3 games?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying though. I think even before that, and I'm just gonna be real. We're gonna be real, right?
That's it.
If you don't win this USC game, there's gonna be the hearsay, whatever, that rule this. And then if you lose Wisconsin, people are gonna be mad. And if you lose Iowa, everyone knows that the fans are gonna call for people's heads. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's just
how it goes. I was here when they were calling for Frosthead. I was here when we won with Mickey and then we lost with Mickey, and we won with Mickey and they said we need to hire Mickey Joseph for the next 5 years. Put him on contract right now. We lost against Purdue in a tight one. They said, "Oh man, we need to look for a new head coach. I think we can get is Lincoln Riley still?" That's just how it goes.
Yeah,
so
that's how it goes.
And so I'll say that if it's in the AD's head, you clear that. I mean, you got to go in a new direction, OC wise. And I don't think the DC stays. I don't think Tony White stays. Meaning he has opportunities to go elsewhere.
I hope so for him. He deserves it,
man.
All right, we'll be right back on The Locker Room for one final segment on 93.7 The Ticket.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements. We fix basements.
At F Foundation Repair, we've been fixing basements for over 30 years. We're your local foundation repair experts. Our warranties stay here. Our people work here. You can trust us to take care of your home. Go to wefixbasements.com to learn more.
When he stops the game-winning goal with his nose. When your hand accidentally becomes the pot holder. When her bike takes her off-road and onto the sidewalk. That's where we come in. Walk into CHI Health Clinic Priority Care 7 days a week for urgent and minor care at primary care rates. Getting you back to better health is our priority. Find your location at chihealth.com/prioritycare.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
What a day.
I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit LOVB.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, showers likely throughout the day. It'll be breezy too with an afternoon high around 54. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low near 33. And tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine return along with lighter winds. An afternoon high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Butler for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by F Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the locker room, ready to finish the show strong. I'll send it to Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel as we wrap this show up.
Hey, man, shout out to my guy, Scott. He just, a friendly visitor who just dropped in and gave both Chancellor and myself a book called Tuesdays with Maury. So just know that after I read it, somebody's going to get blessed with this book. Man, we've been rolling today, Chance. I ain't going to lie, bro.
Yeah, we've been rolling.
We've been really rolling. It's been exciting. We hit on a lot. We talked about how important it was for the Nebraska to get into a bowl game for the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Dylan and how important he is to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then we recently just talked about what difference. Well, I guess we didn't really talk about the difference necessarily that he was going to make. We talked about, has bro had the playbook for a minute, as in has this been coming for a long time, and we just
speculation, of course.
Speculation.
We said yeah.
That's what this is.
We said yeah,
and I stand on that.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Just as a former player and just understanding coaches and just kind of having that like coach's spirit as a player. Just understanding like the way they think and being tight with a lot of my coaches as well. Yeah. Like hearing the ins and outs of what's really going on. Yeah. Through I got to play under like 3 to 4 different head coaches, so I got to understand like different levels and understand that like this coaching community is like tight knit, and they say Holgorsen and Rule know each other and whatever. I'm sure there was a playbook exchange.
Had to,
especially if you trust the guy.
Again, that's speculation, but
yeah.
Okay, so we talked about what thoughts on if it doesn't work in these next 3 games. But what if it does?
What if it does?
What if our offense really performs the way it should over these next 3 games, the way it should have been for the last 2 seasons, and we put up 35 plus a game for the next 3 weeks?
What if Holgorsen is the perfect match for Raiola? Like the perfect match. Like this is the guy. This is Andy Reid to Patrick Mahomes This is I'm trying to think of another one. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
what if this is your guy and he's able to see Raiola from a different lens or a different we talked about perspective earlier.
Yeah.
He sees Raiola from a different perspective and say, "Oh, no, I have a past experience with blank, blank, blank. And the way he played is just like him. He really liked this type of concept. He really liked, this type of speed with the game." I think within the first 2 drives of this upcoming game, we're going to be able to see, I think we're going to see a change in tempo. I think that's what the air raid brings is a different tempo pace. Because, the huddle up, this, especially at the big play, I don't understand it. I think after every big play, there should be a hurry up, unbalanced inside zone or some type of inside zone with RPO. I think every single time. I think that. Then we're just going to understand like what he likes to get to in the pass game. And then obviously I think the first 2 drives, I think he's gonna switch up a lot of formations that they already have. Formations and get to different runs in different ways. Because I think, with the Nebraska philosophy, with I've seen the past 2 years is like we're gonna go, whether it's tight right, whatever, and we're gonna run dub down your throat into right? Or we're gonna power eye, offset fullback, and we're gonna run power 22 kick right into the right? And I think with the air raid, it's kind of we just focus on box numbers, inside. Okay, this apex guy's kind of playing in, he's playing out. We're gonna hand the ball based off him. I think we're gonna see a little bit of that, a little bit more of that, and maybe it might freak some fans out, like what is going on. But I think it's gonna be okay.
Is it scared to lose or scared to
change?
Change.
Yeah, I think the change is evident. I mean, you got Raiola, you got to change, and we seeing we're not changing, and Raiola is staying Raiola.
Yeah,
you gotta adapt to your players, and I think that's one thing that just Satterfield and the offense just didn't really do with Raiola.
Yeah.
And, he's still a young guy, so you don't want to throw too much at him.
Yeah.
I heard Steve Taylor talking about you don't want to throw too much at him. He's still, real green, as someone would say, to the game and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he still is advanced.
I think you hit on the head, though, with the, after a big play, going into a huddle and like, bro, no. That reminds me of my senior year. We played against Minnesota. That year, they were 10-2. They beat Auburn in the bowl game. They was balling. We played them the best out of any team. We gave them the least amount of yards that whole game. We was beating them 28-21. They called back the kick return, which put us up 28-21. They called it back, and then they turned around and scored on us. And
y'all gave them a dogfight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We was beating them. We went all over the place talking about. And meanwhile, in the Big Ten, like South Dakota State about the upper, we should have, right? Okay. That's beside the point. We hit a big play, and we get tackled. Bro gets tackled at the 2-yard line. K. Johnson. Cluster, his dad.
Okay.
That's his dad. He has a brother, Keegan Johnson, who played at Iowa and then now plays for K-State. So anyway, he gets tackled at the 2-yard line. We're sprinting down the field, and instead of going huddle, I'm like, nah, Spartan, which
was that inside zone or something?
It means power.
Okay.
So one, I had to know we had the personnel that we can run power. We had a fullback.
You still remember the signal?
Yeah, Spartan. It's easy.
Spartan.
Because I looked over at the coach and I'm running down the field. I'm like, yo, Spartan. He goes, Spartan. Scored right there.
Bro,
because they could not reset.
And I'm sure, what'd you run it out of? What is it, just a 3x1 or 2x2? Or?
Yeah, it was 2x. It was, so we had a fullback. It was tight.
Oh, fullback.
So yeah, because the fullback was in the game on the play before. And then and I knew he was in. And so I'm like, oh, we can run Spartan.
You stayed in base or whatever.
Yeah.
So it causes the defense to stay in base.
Right.
Yeah,
You had your the running back, fullback.
Yeah.
Right. And we're out of the pistol. So we send the guy in motion, and then we ran the power, scored
with the motion too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
scored.
nasty.
And so but we did that time and time again. One, I had to know as an offensive player, hey, heads up, like our quarterback was also young during that time too. But I was a senior, I was vetted, I knew what was going on, I knew our offense inside and out. So I'm like, oh, we got the personnel, let's run this. We don't. I don't want to go bar for bar with them on the goal line.
Right.
No, I want to get them. I want to catch them off guard.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Because worst comes to worst, it's a 1-yard game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we score right there. Boom. That's big play in the game. We don't have that. We haven't seen it yet.
No tempo. It's been frustrating.
It's
been super frustrating.
You see Ja'Cory pop off for 50 yards. Okay, huddle up now.
Especially off of like a reverse or something, or a trick play.
Yeah.
in between that 40s when, most teams are 35 to 35, you take that shot, right? And we've hit a lot of shots in between there. And then we get our low red zone percentage, 68, because first of all, we sub in heavy personnel, we sub in light personnel, this, and this. And then we get to what we want to get to, get a couple yards. And now we always get in this 3rd and goal situation where it's like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and we don't really have a play for that.
And we're doing our best to jump over a pile for 3 yards out.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What a day, Chance.
What a day. What a day.
Excellent show on The Locker Room today. If you missed any of it, head to theticketfm.com. We'll have it up there shortly, or you can check it out on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. All right, that'll wrap it up, though, for The Locker Room on the Block, coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued support.